Good morning, Dana Nair here with eXp Realty, bringing you the market watch for the week. Today, we're going to be looking at October's numbers for zip code 33596, and let's just get a good snapshot of what the market did in October. So these are the agenda items. We'll be going over the 2025 versus 5-year average, new listings, pending sales, closed sales, median price, days on market, inventory, and then sales price versus list price. All the important factors that affect the real estate market and give us a clean, good look at what the market did for the month. All right, so looking at October 2025 versus the 5-year average. So closed sales were down to 25 sales for the month versus the average is 35 for a 5-year average. And then new pendings were pretty good there. We bumped up to 41 for the month of October, so November should be a pretty good month as far as sales, as long as all those hold strong for the month. Active listings has gotten up there. Where average is 79 active listings carrying in the month of October, and we're up to 124. And at that's going to give you a month of supplies of about 4 months, when normally in October we only have about 2.5 months of supplies for the burn rate. So new listings coming on board, we have 48 and the average is 37. Median sales, we're looking pretty good over the 5-year average. You're talking about 446,000, and for the October we were averaging 445,000. Obviously, with inflation and the price of housing, we're expected it to go up. So, we'd like to see that number up, but it's unfortunately not for the month of October. Medium list price. So this is where everybody's listing their price. It's obviously quite a bit higher than the average, even though the median sale is below the average. So we're listing them high, and then they're selling, lower. Median days on market. The average, normally in the past 5 years has been 29 days. We're up to the 52-day mark, and we are seeing that creep up a little bit over time. Average days on market. So not the median, but the average, we're up to 66 days. Average sale to original list price ratio. That's quite a bit down. So we are selling them for quite a bit lower than what they're being listed at. And then average sale per square foot is always a good number to kind of know what the average square foot is. Normally, average 5-year plan was 212, and we're at 211, so not far off the mark. But we would like to see that number obviously increase, not stay average or decline. And then average list square feet or dollar per square foot, and just like the list price is higher than what they're selling for, so is the list per square foot. So listing, we're at 5-year average is 221, and we're listing at 224. So like we said, new listings, looking over the last year, you can see it's a trend up right before summer, and then now October starting to trend back up, over 40 listings for the month. Pending sales, like we said, October, we're up over 40, which is good. That means November's sales rate should be pretty good, looking pretty good, hopefully going into the rest of the year. Like we saw in the earlier graph, October was trending down for closed sales. That pending sales being high for October. Hopefully November, the sales come back up, and we're looking good to close out the year. Median price for 33596, you did see a decline from September, and obviously it was peaking out here recently for July and August. So that number is coming down, which is pretty consistent with what we've been seeing, a little bit of a decline in price. As discussed earlier, days on market is trending up from the last few months. As you can see, leaving the summer, July, August, September, October, we've had a trend up. Houses are getting priced higher than what they're selling for, which is going to cause them to sit on the market a little bit longer. And then also the amount of inventory that's out there right now is going to obviously slow down each sale of the house. It's definitely a buyer's market in this condition, and we'll see what the rest of the year brings. As you can see, what's on the market and available for purchase right now is between that 100 and 125 mark. Like we said, that's about 4 months of inventory. We'd like to see that back down closer to the 2 months inventory. All right, sales price versus list price. So as you can see, this is kind of an important number. When you're starting to see that you're selling it for 92, 93% of your list price, that means you're probably overpricing on the market. We'd like to see that number closer to the 95 to 100%. Back a few years ago, it was over 100%. Right now, we're trending down into the lower 90s. That was it for the weekly snapshot. If you have any questions about what was presented, leave some feedback. You got my email there. You also have my phone number if you have any questions about real estate. You want me to do a video on a specific zip code or area, or if you have a house that you would like to know the value in today's market, please give me a call or email me, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Till then, Semper Fi. You guys have a good day.